sure to like and subscribe and go ahead and leave a comment with any other content that you would like to see. I am coming to you today on location from this super cute bathroom with these super cute decorations and perfumes. And I know what you're probably thinking. I can't even watch her anymore because she has her shit together. But don't worry, this is not my bathroom. You will not see shit this well put together at my house. I'm coming to you from my girl Sydney's house while she is getting her couch steamed. Wanted to do a quick little video for you guys. Today I want to talk about the top 3 things that I used while my baby was a newborn. These things were lifesavers. I didn't have them all in the beginning. I realized the problems I was having and got some stuff to fix it. So I'm going to get right into it with the first thing that I used, which was a baby carrier. I used the Moby wrap, and it was so helpful for so many things. So I'm going to show you guys how to put it on. I'm going to use a little teddy bear as my demonstration baby. I'm going to show you how to put it on and just go through the different things that I used it for and where it was helpful and what it was a lifesaver for. So this is going to be my little demonstration baby. We'll put him down for now. And this is the Moby wrap. I got the one that had a cool design, but I kind of wish I got just like a plain color because you're going to wear it with clothes and the design clashes with whatever you're wearing. So I would make that recommendation. They have like a plain gray one, a plain black one, just something that's plain that would match with all your clothes. But it's really like this long scarf looking deal. And I didn't use it for so long because I didn't really know how to put it on. The instructions weren't very clear to me, but I was able to watch a YouTube video, figure out how to wear it. And when I went to my first doctor's appointment for myself, I had to bring the baby, had him in this, and my midwife showed me again how to use it and helped me out a little bit. So I'm going to show you guys how to put it on, put the teddy bear in it, show you, how it works and where you can use it. So the first thing is you kind of just like let it hang here. It's this long cloth and you fold it in half. And I feel like that's where I went wrong on the instructions, is it didn't start off saying fold this in half. So you fold it in half and there's a little label in the middle and you want that facing out and you want it centered with your body. And then you put that kind of right over your belly button and you cross behind. And the flatter you do this, the more comfortable it'll be for your back, although it's not super necessary. But you fold it behind like so, and then you go ahead and put it over your shoulders. And the more you do this, you get better at it. My baby's 8 months now, so I'm not using this too much. So I might be a little rusty with it, but when I was using it all the time, I got pretty good at it. But you kind of group these together, and you put them through this flap here, and they'll hang down like so. And you take these and you cross them at the bottom. And then you put it around you again. And when I was a little bit bigger, when I was first postpartum, I would just go ahead and tie it there. But if you have a little bit more slack, you can tighten it, bring it around the front, and just do a quick little tie here. The girl in the YouTube video that I watched had a lot more hanging down. She was a little bit smaller, so don't feel bad if you only have a little bit or if you have to tie it in the back. But then you take your baby. It's not going to be as easy as it is with a teddy bear, but you take your baby and you want to start with the side that's under. So the flap that's under this side, you want to start there. And they're flaps, so you go ahead and you put your baby in his legs or her legs in the little flap, wrap it around. And then you take this flap from the other side, wrap it around as well. And then you take the bottom flap where that little label is. So that is still a flap. So you go ahead and you wrap that around the bottom. And this was just like a quick little representation, but make sure your baby's nice and secure. There are times that I did this where it did not feel secure at all and I took it off and did it again. A lot of the times I would also put one of the side flaps depending on which way my baby's head was facing, and I would put it over just for a little extra support. But the greatest thing about this is now your hands free and you can wash the dishes, you can grab stuff, honestly, you're just hands free, you can do so much. I would, if my baby wasn't sleeping, I would put this on, put him inside, walk 2 laps in the yard and he would be out. If I was working from home, before I had my nanny, if I was just working from home and needed some time to make some phone calls, do some emails, I would just throw them in here. And it was super helpful when I would go to doctor's appointments rather than bring the whole carrier. I would throw this on, put him in there and go into the doctor's appointment. And sometimes I would put the wrap on before I got in the car to go to the doctor's appointment, grocery store, wherever it was we were going. And then once we got there, I would take him from his car seat and go ahead and put him in here, and it was already around me. So I didn't have to worry about this like going on the floor in a parking lot or parking garage, and I would just throw him right in there. And so this is super helpful. Also, before your baby can support their neck and their body weight, every time I would hold my baby, you have to hold this so much, it was breaking my back and my arms. So this really alleviates that pain on your back and arms, and you're just, you know, again, hands-free, super comfortable. It's pretty cute. Again, if you want to get a solid color one so it doesn't clash with your outfits, that is a great idea. But this is the Moby wrap. They make a million other type of wraps. Just something to hold and support your baby would be super great. There's a lot of controversy about baby wraps, that it causes attachment issues if you do it too long, and I don't want to comment on that. I have no issues, you know, with baby wearing is what they call it, baby wearing. But for me, this is just a great way to alleviate pain on my back, get some work done, be hands-free, have the baby fall asleep, because he would always fall right to sleep when he was in this. So I would definitely recommend getting some type of baby wearing device, a baby wrap or wearing device, especially when your baby's a newborn. The next thing that I'm going to recommend is going to be a Velcro swaddle. When I was making my baby registry, I was like, oh my god, babies need swaddles when they're newborn. So I put all these swaddles on that were super cute. When I got to the hospital, I watched every single nurse and doctor to see how they swaddled the baby. And number one, they do this all day, every single day. I will never be that good unless I do it all day, every day, forever, for years. And two, they all have different techniques. So even though I was dedicated and watching how they all did it differently. So it didn't really help me too much. When I got home, every time I tried to swaddle my baby, 15-20 minutes later, I'd look over and he's out of the swaddle, and although he might still be sleeping, it's not safe because that can suffocate him, and it just was not working for me. But then I saw that someone got me these Velcro swaddles, and it was a lifesaver. I ordered a bunch more because there's some nights where he would pee through 3 diapers, outfits, and swaddles, and I'd have to completely change it. So I would definitely recommend getting a bunch of just Velcro swaddles, whatever design, colors that you want, but they look like this. They have an opening there and some flaps that'll wrap around your baby, and I'll show you with our handy dandy little teddy bear. But so you really just, you know, lay it down. You have your baby that you lay down onto the swaddle, and you don't put his head in the wrap. You put his head right over where the swaddle would be. I'll try and do my best so you can see this. But then there's this little flap on the bottom where their feet go. So you go ahead and you push their feet down in here. And this Velcro piece should be right on their chest and under their neck. And then you take the flap that does not have the Velcro straps. This flap has Velcro straps, so you take the side that does not have the Velcro straps. You make sure their arms are pushed down and they're not above their head, unless you are, for whatever reason, swaddling your baby with their arms above their head. Some babies don't like their arms swaddled, but mine had no problem with it. So you make sure their arms are stuffed down into the swaddle. You wrap this around the baby's chest, and you do it really tight because you know the swaddle, they want that tight hug feeling. So you wrap it pretty tight, and on the side with the Velcro straps, you come right over, and there's the, you know, the little landing spot for the Velcro here. And you go here, you can, you know, pull it tighter if you need to, but that's what it looks like. Your baby is all tight and swaddled, ready to be laid on their back in their bedside bassinet, crib, whatever you have. And it's just so much easier than a regular swaddle. Do not waste your time trying to figure out how to swaddle a baby when you can just go ahead and put them in this. Now lastly, and this is probably the biggest thing that I needed when my baby was a newborn, was a breastfeeding pillow. I talked about this in my video about what to bring in your hospital bag, and from the beginning, you know, at the hospital, I did not bring my breastfeeding pillow, and my arms, my neck, my back, so much pain. You go from not holding anything to holding this 8-pound baby or whatever, however much your baby may weigh, and it's just so much on your arms and your neck and your back. And this just makes it so much easier. And it is super simple. I have the My Breast Friend breastfeeding pillow. There's also a Boppy breastfeeding pillow, and I'm sure they make other brands too, but this is the My Breast Friend breastfeeding pillow, and they have other designs. This one I just thought was cute, but it's very simple. It's just like styrofoam underneath here, and the cover is just a zipper, and it comes off, and you can throw it in the wash, which you will need to because it gets very dirty. But it just goes around your body. Has a handy dandy clip here, and you just place your baby. There's little like lumps, like pillows on each side. So you just take your baby, and it's just like a shelf for your baby to hold right around your breast for breastfeeding. You can do either side. And a lot of the times in the beginning, you'll kind of have to hold your breast and hold your baby. So it's still like, there's still some discomfort to it, at least in the beginning, but I still use this every single day. And now I kind of just put my arm under my baby and he can support the rest of his body. But this is super great. It has a little pocket here. This is where I put his vitamin D drops, and it like maybe leaving like a little snack for me. And it's a wonderful. You definitely need this. It saves you so much discomfort. It's so simple, and wherever I'm gonna be, where I'm breastfeeding my baby, I bring this with me. When we go to a hotel, if we go to my mother's house, anywhere we go, I just make sure I have this because it makes things so much more comfortable. Definitely recommend having this with you wherever you go. And that is it, you guys. That's all I have for you today. Those were the top 3 things that I used when my baby was a newborn that were lifesavers. I would highly recommend getting a baby wrap or baby wearing device of some kind that the baby can be nice and comfortable in. A Velcro swaddle is super important, especially in those early days. You don't want to have to worry about swaddling your baby correctly. And a breastfeeding pillow if you're planning on breastfeeding. Recommend all of those. If you have any questions about any of those or any other brands, please let me know. And that is going to be it today. Thank you guys so much for coming. Definitely, again, remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment. If there's any other content you'd like to see, just let me know. Thank you so much.